Hey guys, welcome back. So I know it's been a while since I last posted, but that's just because things have been really crazy lately. November 30th was my dad's birthday, December 1st was my birthday, so it was two back-to-back birthdays and we celebrated those, and then I also went out over the weekend, and then right after all the birthday celebrations began exam time, so I've just been super stressed trying to study and, you know, pass my classes. That's pretty much what's been going on. Now that you guys are all caught up, let's get into what the video is about. So on Black Friday, I shopped a little bit. I purchased some makeup. So I just wanted to do a little makeup tutorial using all these things. Just kind of like a first impressions. I haven't touched or played with any of these things, so I'm really excited to play with them and also kind of share my experience with you guys, you know what I'm saying? These are really hyped up products. I have the Morphe 3502, which I have a little story about, and the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I have two Artist Couture Diamond Glow powders, DesixKaty collection from Dose of Color. So a lot of things in one video that are really hyped up products, I feel like, on YouTube and Instagram. So I just kind of want to break the code for you guys and let you guys know what's worth it and what's not, and what's actually worth being hyped up about. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. So as you guys can see, I already have most of my base done. I have my primer, foundation, concealer, bronzer, and I have my eyebrows done. So I bought two palettes from Morphe. Both are very hyped up. One is the 3502 Second Nature palette, and the other is the Jaclyn Hill palette. So I was kind of debating which one I wanted to film with. I wasn't really sure, and I guess Morphe or UPS just decided for me, because the 3502, if you guys saw my Snapchat, you already saw this, but it came smashed. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the shades came completely smashed, and one of them was a black shade, so it was just shattered all over these shades, and I just had to really clean everything up. As you can see, it's still kind of letting out color. It's all over my couch, all over my carpet, and all over my sink, and I'm not too happy about it, but I have contacted customer service, so they are helping me out with that. So because of that little mishap, we will be using the Jaclyn Hill palette. This is what the packaging looks like if you haven't seen it already. I know the first launch had a matte outside, so people were complaining about like shadows getting all over it and everything like that. But I did get some of the colors all over this thing when I, you know, was cleaning everything up, and it wiped off really nice and easily. So I do like that they fixed that problem. I just think it's a lot easier for cleanup purposes when it's glossy. So when you open it up, it's so large. This is what it looks like. It is so pretty, you guys. I love all the warm tones here, and I love how there's like a nice like aqua thing going on here, and I just really like this yellow shade, so I'm definitely going to put that to use today. So let's go ahead and stop talking about it and start using it. So as always, I'm going to prime my eyes using some concealer, and today I'm just using the Tarte Shape Tape. This is in the shade Light Neutral. Now that I have my eyes nice and primed, I'm just going to take, oh wait, these all look shimmery. Oh. So I was going to set my eyes using one of these two shades, but then I noticed that they do have a little bit of shimmer in them. I don't really see anything that's close to my skin tone. These are a little bit too dark to use all over the eye. So I'm gonna take Desert Sand from the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I really like this one. I really kind of wish there was a setting color in here because it's so large. One of these could have easily been a setting color, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna take this shade, which is Silk Cream, and I'm just going to pop that into the crease. It's just a nice transition shade, kind of like a tan shade. So I'm just popping that into the crease. So that just adds like a really light transition, nothing too crazy or anything. As for the kickback, there is a little bit, but I kind of like for my shadows to have just a tiny bit of kickback, just so I know that I'm like getting some pigment out of it. So next I'm gonna go in with the color that I've been waiting for, which is this shade, which is Creamsicle. So I'm just taking a little bit of Creamsicle on my brush, and I'm going to pop that into the crease. Ooh, that's nice. So it did take me like 3 dunks on each side just to get it to the intensity that I wanted, but I kind of like that just because I don't want a ton of pigment all at one time, because it's a lot easier to build it up than it is to take away, if that makes sense. So I like the way that that color is kind of laying on the eye. It's really, really nice and subtle. So now I'm just gonna take the same brush and I'm gonna use this shade right here, which is Roxanne. So I'm taking the shade Roxanne just on the same brush. And this is kind of like a muted burnt red shade. So I'm just gonna put that right under it. I don't really know what kind of look I'm going for, but this is where it's going so far. And this shade is really pigmented and it's really pretty. It goes really well with that yellow shade as well. So I'm just kind of laying it on there. I know it looks really messy right now, but I will clean it up a little bit later. So you wanna make sure that you're going in with a really light hand when you're using the darker shadows because they are very, very pigmented. As you can see, I went in with a little bit of a heavier hand on this side, so I made sure to go in with a lighter hand on this side and it looks really, really good and blended. So I'm gonna go in back with that yellow shade on a fluffier brush and I'm going to help blend those two shadows together. So I'm keeping that above that red shade we just put, but not too high. I don't wanna go all the way up to my brow bone. I do have the habit of doing that sometimes. So I'm just gonna use that to kind of diffuse that red color out. So now I'm just going back in with that same blending brush we've been using the whole time. By the way, it's a Sigma Diffuse Crease E38 brush. And I'm gonna take this red shade right here, which is Hunt's, I think. Yeah, make sure, like I said before, these shadows are really, really pigmented, so you wanna make sure you go in with a lighter touch. I'm just gonna kind of press that on the outer V right here, but also kind of keeping it in the upper crease. Well, in the lower crease, actually. Now I'm gonna take that same fluffy brush with no extra product and just start diffusing this shade out. Ooh, this is looking good. And now just to deepen up the outer V right here, I'm gonna take this brown shade right above the black on the bottom, which is called Mocha. And I'm just gonna put that on a pencil brush and just put that onto the outer V just to make it really nice and smoky. I don't want to go in with a black just because that's going to make it really, really intense. So I'm just going in with a deeper brown just to really amp up those colors. As you can see, this makes it look really nice and smoky as compared to this eye. Now I'm going to go back in with that pencil brush, taking the red and also mixing it with the muted red that we used, and just blend that shade out. Very, very light hand because again, like I said, these are very pigmented. This is kind of taking a turn. And then just because I kind of lost some of that yellow, I'm gonna take some more of it and just place it right above everything that we've done, just because I want it to really show through and show that gradient effect. So I can't really decide which shimmery shade I want to go with. There's this hot fiery red, but then there's also gold, or I could go more pink. I think I'm gonna go with the red and the gold. So I'm first gonna go in with this shimmery red shade, which is called Firework, I think, yeah. So I'm going in with the shade Firework first. I'm just gonna put that in the center of the eye, which you guys, this is so, so pigmented. So I'm just really focusing that on the center of the lid. That's so pretty. And that is without spraying any spray on it, no Fix Plus, no nothing. Then I just cleaned off that same brush and I'm gonna take the shade right next to it called Queen. Oh, that's a cute name. I'm just gonna put that on the inner third of the eye. Just like that. Ooh. And then I kind of want to see how it performs after spraying it. So I'm going to spray it with some of my makeupbysuk spray. Ooh, yeah. That feels really nice. Definitely makes it look a little more foiled. So give that a try if you're finding that it's not quite as pigmented as you want it to be. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're really, really pigmented. Just with a dry brush as well, but spraying it just changes the whole look of it. So, and then I kind of lost some of the red there, so I'm just gonna go right back on top just to kind of blend it together. So I just did a simple wing liner and put on some mascara, and then I'm gonna go in with the Lilly lashes in the style Miami. These are so hyped up and they look really pretty. They look really fluffy, really dramatic. So let's see how this goes. Sometimes dramatic lashes just don't suit me because I already have really big eyes and really thick lashes, and my eyebrows are really thick, so it just looks like a lot going on there. So let's just see how this goes. So I just put some glue on my lashes and I'm just letting them get a little bit tacky before I put them on. But now I want to show you guys the next thing, which is this Tarte blush that I got in my birthday gift from Sephora. It came with this blush and this little tiny Tarte's lip paint. I'm not going to be using this today, but it's the lip paint in the shade Birthday Suit. And then the blush is in the shade Party. Anyways, let's go ahead and use it. It's just like this pale pink. I don't know how well it's going to go with this look, but let's just see. Ooh, I like that a lot. Alright, so now the lashes have had a chance to get tacky. So let's go ahead and try to do this on camera. I'm so bad at doing this on camera. But these are so full and fluffy. Oh my god. Those are some lashes. I really like them. They're really nice and lightweight. They don't feel extra heavy, even though they look really, really heavy. They don't feel like they're weighing my eyelids down, so I like them so far. Let's go ahead and see what happens like once I smoke out my lower lash line, because then I feel like it'll be a lot more balanced. So to do that, I'm going to go back into the Jaclyn Hill palette and take this muted red shade again. And I'm just going to press that on my lower lash line. Then I'm just going to wipe off the same brush and take that dark brown we were using, which is called Mocha. And you guys already know how I feel about palettes not having mirrors. Like, I'm having to put this down, pick up my other mirror, and you guys know I don't like that. I wish there was a mirror, even though I know it's not Morphe's thing, but like, make it your thing, you know? Ooh, too much, too much. And I'm gonna take the yellow shade that we were using. You guys know I'm not about to pick this palette up again, but I'm just gonna use that to blend everything out. Alright, so this is the eyes completely done. I really like it. I really like the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's really good quality, a really good price point. Only thing I don't like is that it doesn't have a mirror. I just really like when palettes have a mirror. That way you don't have to keep putting it down, picking up a different palette and all that stuff. It's just a big mess. It's just a lot easier when there's a mirror in the palette. These lashes are really great. They're really dramatic and fluffy. So if you're someone that doesn't like wearing dramatic lashes, you're not gonna like these. But if you're all about that drama and all about standing out, these are really pretty. And also the blush is a really pretty color. I know it's not a new product in the market. I know a lot of these products aren't new to the market, but they're new to me. So that's why I'm kind of reviewing them as I go. But this is a really nice blush. It's really subtle and really pale, so I like how it looks on my skin tone. I feel like it'll look really good on a lot of skin tones. Maybe not on like super, super deep skin tones. It might look a little too ashy, but it's really pretty for a wide variety of skin tones, I feel like. So let's go ahead and move on to highlighters, because I don't have any on right now and I feel really naked. So I have 3 new highlighters that I got, and 2 are from Couture. One is Coco Bling and the other is Illuminati. And I'm not gonna be wearing these today because I've already kind of been trying them out because I just couldn't wait. But this is what Illuminati looks like swatched. It just looks so pretty, so wet. I know you guys can't really see it, but if you can see right there, it is so freaking blinding on the face. And even when you apply it with a brush, it looks so pretty. You don't really need to spray it with like Fix Plus or anything. Even though it's in a loose powder form, it's still gonna go exactly where you want it to go. It's not gonna fly everywhere and get highlight all over. And I honestly did not expect Coco Bling to be quite as icy as it is, but it's actually a really icy highlighter. And I was actually really scared to use it at first because I thought it was gonna be too icy and just too white for my skin. I just thought it was gonna make me look ashy, but it's just like really white, icy gold kind of highlighter. It's not like an icy blue. That is the kind of highlight that makes me look really ashy, but it's an icy gold. So it goes really well with my undertone and my skin tone. But it's so beautiful. Again, it looks like it's wet and just sits beautifully on the skin. And like I said, all of this is from my Black Friday shopping, and I think the site had 40% off on Black Friday. So if you want to wait for that until next year, go ahead. But honestly, it's definitely worth spending. I love it so much. Next, I have the Dose of Colors DesixKaty collection highlighter in the shade Mita Mei. And first of all, this packaging is so luxurious, so beautiful. It just reminds me of like New Year's Eve and like the holidays. And when you open it, it does have a little mirror in it, which is really nice. And this shade I feel like might be a little too dark for me. I know they came out with 2 shades. One was better suited for deeper skin tones and one was better suited for lighter skin tones. And I think this is the one that was for the tan to deep skin tones. I don't know, it might work for me, but just looking at it, it looks really bronzy. I haven't swatched it or anything. Well, it's a nice like gold shade. So let's go ahead and put it on the face. You guys know my favorite highlighting brush is this e.l.f. brush. It doesn't really have a name, but it's from e.l.f. You can't miss it. So I'm just gonna get some on there. Don't really know how much I need, but I have that much. Tap off a little bit. Ooh, that is so pretty. No highlight at all. Bam. And I'm also gonna take it on my nose. And while we're here, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in my inner corner, just because it kind of goes with the eye look as well, because it's so bronzy. And I'm also just going to pop that underneath the brow. And then also from the DesixKaty collection from Dose of Colors, I got both of the lipsticks. One is in the shade More Creamer Please, and the other is No Shade. And More Creamer Please is the more deeper nude, and No Shade is more of the pale pink. So this is No Shade, this is More Creamer Please. So you can see that this one is just a little bit pinker and this one's a little bit peachier. So I think I'm gonna go with More Creamer Please, just because it kind of goes with the look a little bit more. So I lined my lips using Kylie Brown Sugar, and now I'm moving on to the lipstick. I mean, it's definitely peachy nude. I feel like it's a little like orange. I don't know if I really like the peachiness in it. Maybe I want to try No Shade. I'm gonna wipe this off and let's try No Shade. So I just relined my lips, and now let's go in with the shade No Shade. Oh my. No, I definitely liked More Creamer Please a lot more. I feel like No Shade is definitely just way too pale for me. On its own, it'd be good for like a topper, just to make like an ombre lip or something. You guys know I love my ombre lips. So I'll definitely be using these for that purpose, but just for all over, just one swipe, it's not gonna work. I kind of made it work now because I put that liner underneath and kind of contoured around. But if I was just to go swipe and then swipe, I would probably not like it. Not gonna lie. But anyways, that is everything that I had to test out for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this kind of video, and if you want me to do more videos like this, then let me know. I really like the way that everything turned out, minus the lipsticks. I don't know how exactly I feel about them, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated on whether I like them now or not. Just check the description box for all the updates and everything. But yeah, that's all that I have to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.